Hello everyone, I am Preet and welcome to Relevant Myths. In today's video, we will answer the question of whether Indian scriptures mention and prove the scientific concept of evolution. Why are we humans the way we are? How did we become like this? Evolution answers these questions. As we all know, Charles Darwin was the first person to explain evolution in detail in his book on the origin of species. To summarize it in one sentence, all species of organisms arise and develop through the natural selection of small inherited variations that increase the individual's ability to compete, survive, and reproduce. After Darwin, there have been many more theories, out of which the latest is the modern scientific evolution. So, do we find any evidence of these theories of evolution in Hinduism and Indian scriptures? Let's find out. The only two things that refer to actual scientific evolution of animals to humans are the story of Dashavatar, which is the 10 avatars of Vishnu, and the monkey species of Ramayana called the Vanaras. So let's discuss them in detail. Firstly, the story of Dashavatar. Many modern interpreters see Vishnu's 10 main avatars as a reflection of the modern scientific theory of evolution. The 10 avatars are in ascending order from simple life forms like fish to finally complex human beings. Matsya avatar, which is the first avatar, was a fish, an aquatic being found in water, indicating the origin of life in water. The second is Kurma, a tortoise, which is an amphibian which can live in both water and on land, so life evolving out of ocean and coming to land. Then there's Vara, the boar, which is a mammal indicating living forms which can survive solely on land. Then there's Narsim, the man-lion having half body of lion and other half of human, indicating semi-human forms. Then Vaman, a human dwarf, indicating the rise of early pure humans. A note here that we consider this because even though this hasn't been conclusively proven that earliest forms of humans were a lot shorter in height, archaeological findings have proved that a species of ancient humans called Homo floresiensis, nicknamed the Hobbit, existed 50,000 years ago, which were just 3 feet 7 inches in height. Then comes Parshuram, a sage warrior with an axe, indicating humans who lived in the forest and had simple stone weapons. And the final avatar in this evolution chain, Ram, a king of a city, symbolizing modern advanced humans. Now this seems a really convincing argument for ideas of scientific evolution to be directly present in Hindu texts. But we have to dive a little deeper into these stories to find out what's really going on. Firstly, while all these avatars do seem to evolve according to scientific evolution, they interacted with humans in all the stories. Humans already existed when Vishnu took the Matsya avatar. Manu, a human, took care of that fish before the fish ultimately rescued all living creatures of earth during the Pralay. The basis of evolution is that complex forms of life came from simple forms, and in the beginning there existed only simple forms of life. But in all these stories, humans and these avatars which represent evolution coexist and one doesn't precede the other. So we can't come to any logical conclusions about evolution from these stories. Also, Matsya, Kurma, Vara, Narsim, Vaman, Parshuram and Ram. Only in this specific order do they satisfy the hypothesis. But actually there is no agreed upon order of these avatars as well as which avatars are counted in the Dashavatar. Different texts have different order of different avatars of Vishnu which are listed as Dashavatar. In the Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, or just Bhagavad Puran in short, which is one of the most important source of stories of Vishnu, it is mentioned that Vara the boar is the 3rd avatar, while Matsya the fish is the 11th avatar of Vishnu. So that completely debunks our hypothesis. Also, why is there an 11th avatar? Aren't there only Dash, i.e. 10 avatars? Well, that's because there are 24 main avatars of Vishnu, out of which 10 are widely told as a representative of the 24. So there is also debate regarding which 10 out of the 24 should be included in the Dashavatar. The Dashavatar of Matsya, Kurma, Vara, Narsim, Vaman, Parshuram, Ram, Krishna, Buddha and Kalki, which is the only set of avatars that satisfies the scientific evolution argument, was popularized by Jaydev's book Geet Govind and has gained acceptance as the widely agreed set of avatars after Darwin published his book about evolution in 1859 and scholars started making correlations between Darwin's theory and the Dashavatar stories. So talking about seeing it metaphorically or literally, as we saw now, it doesn't make literal sense for Dashavatar to be related to evolution in any meaningful way. So while there is some vague similarity between the two ideas, saying that Dashavatar stories actually prove scientific evolution is a big stretch in my opinion. The Dashavatar stories should be taken as metaphorical and symbolic rather than literal and try to connect it with science. Now, the monkey species of Vanaras. The other big supposed reference to scientific evolution in Hindu texts is the species of man-apes called Vanaras. Vanaras are ape-like species with human intelligence and lower level of material culture that existed alongside modern humans. So the hypothesis is that Vanars refer to archaic humans like Homo habilis, which were the early forms of humans with still a lot of ape-like characteristics. Now it has to be said that there are very few mythical beings in any culture who are part monkey and part human. The only other prominent figure is Sun Wukong from a 16th century Chinese novel more popularly known as the Monkey King, on whom two famous movies have also been made. But it is highly speculated that Sun Wukong was actually influenced from the Hindu god Hanuman, a Vanar, when Buddhists travelled from India to China and spread the story of Ramayana in China. Other minor mention includes Zhui Yuan, a monkey that walks like humans and kidnaps female humans from Japanese mythology. So only Asian stories have any mention of ape men, and only in Indian texts do ape men play a significant role. Also, Indian stories almost never combine animals and humans like other counterparts like Greek, Egyptian or Norse stories where there are various human-animal hybrids like the Minotaur, Sphinx, Centaur, Manticore, etc. But still, Indian stories did combine monkeys and humans. From this we can say that Indians did recognize a strong relation between monkeys and humans, and so ape men are prominently found in Indian texts. But once again, the Vanars existed alongside humans. Hanuman, Sugriv, Vali, Angad, etc. all the Vanars helped Ram and Lakshman, modern humans, in winning the war against Ravan. So just like with the Dashavatar stories, this is not a case of evolution, but instead of coexistence. But putting that aside also, there are many other things which prevent Vanars from being the archaeologically found archaic human species. The Sanskrit word Vanar comes from belonging to the forest or wandering in the forest, meaning forest animal and not specifically a monkey. Although Vanar has come to mean monkey in recent times, the exact etymology isn't clear. Also, there is no mention of Vanaras in Vedas, so there is no possible evolution of those beings into other stories as well, which might help in determining their identity. In the Ramayana also, Vanars are described exactly as humans in their speech, clothing, wedding, funerals, etc., but with characteristics like leaping, more hair on their body and a tail. It is also mentioned in Ramayana that a Vanar's tail is an ornament and that only male Vanars have tails. Female Vanars never have tails in any stories. So based on all these facts, there is a popular potential theory that the Vanars were actually humans only who just lived in the forest, and living in the forest made them have more monkey-like characteristics and attire compared to humans who lived in cities or villages. So if that's the case, then the entire meaning of Vanar changes and connection with evolution is also completely destroyed. So just like the Dashavatar stories, there is some vague similarity between the two ideas, but directly relating Vanar with evolution is again a big stretch. Now you guys tell me, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think Hindu texts prove scientific evolution? Share all your thoughts in the comment section below. In my opinion, in the end, this is the world of mythology, the world of beliefs. There is no doubtless proof from any side here. So people, depending on what their beliefs are, can believe what they say. And that is okay also. Nobody should strong arm anyone into believing one specific belief, and we should all try to learn and understand each other's beliefs and thus expand our thinking. So this was the video everyone. Subscribe to Relevant Myths and hit the bell icon so that you are up to date on all of my new videos. Also like this video and share it to everyone you know. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day.